Hello, John.
Hey Cole, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing.
Good.
So I
What's
had
on your
this,
What's on your mind today?
well, I had this experience. I was talking with someone and they just couldn't understand what I was talking about. It had to do about vision and such.
Hmm.
And I'm thinking, man, this is like I'm throwing a dart at this dartboard and I'm missing completely. It's like he can't even begin to understand what I'm talking about.
Interesting.
And it hit me, and I kind of know this, but it just for some reason at that moment hit me that there's this giant continuum of photographers. And we use that word photographer, and it's so broad.
Yeah.
On the far left, we have the documentary photographers
Okay.
who try to replicate reality. It's important they not color the image, they not spin it. They try to produce as much as possible a factual representation of the scene. A war correspondent, a newspaper photographer. And on the far right, we have the artist, the pure artist, who doesn't care much about the technology, but it's necessary to produce something that is creative, that is expressive.
Hmm.
And there's this continuum in between. And this person was so far to the left, he couldn't understand what I was talking about when I tried to talk about vision and creating and expressing.
Hmm.
And I realized that our audience that we seek are the ones who are kind of in the middle to the right a little bit.
Hmm.
They've got a good technical background, but they are tired of just pursuing the wow images or copying what others have done, creating for likes. They're like Paul Trotter, who
Yeah.
they just want more,
Yeah.
but they don't know what to do or where to go. And that's where I was at that day in Santa Fe when the gentleman said to me, "It looks like you're trying to copy Ansel Adams."
Yeah.
And he said, "What can you do that illustrates your unique vision?" And I wanted more, but I didn't know how to go about it. And he at least gave me a little clue, the vision
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
And so that's the audience that we're seeking. And when somebody stumbles on our site who's a pure photographer or a technical photographer or creating for those other reasons,
Yeah.
they don't understand our language. They don't understand what we're trying to convey. Like I've had a lot of people who don't understand why I would exhibit my work if
Hmm.
I'm creating for myself.
Yeah. Or celibate. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm photographically celibate, why am I tempting others by showing the work? And so they just don't understand these concepts and they're still, or maybe I shouldn't say still, as assuming they're going to someday move over to this area. But I hope most people, as they grow in their photography, they will want to become more self expressive and more unique to themselves.
Yeah.
And it just hit me that I have to understand that not everyone is where I'm at. There's people who are probably further along than I. And if I were to listen to their language, I might wonder, what are they talking about? Or
Yeah.
so it's just this
What?
great continuum.
Yeah. I think you're absolutely right, and I think I can relate to the fact that I've been on that continuum. I was that guy who was just very documentary in my imagery. This has only been, like I say, 5 or 6 years that I feel like I finally can call myself someone who's trying to be an, see, even then, even that's a struggle, right? Trying to be an
It
artist rather than say it. It's hard, isn't it? Yeah.
is.
It's become easier for you. I'm not quite there, but I certainly I'm on that continuum. I hopefully I'm on the beyond that middle and starting to get to where people might see something that I'm doing as more than an ordinary snapshot. But you're right. And what I think we're trying to accomplish in this channel is be is conduit the right words? That's probably not the right word. Be inspiration for you to also have the courage to go follow your own vision. I mean, if I had to say there's one thing that we're trying to do, isn't that really it? Is to be liberated, to be able to pursue whatever the heck you want to do with your photography and make images that you love. with no regard for anything else.
I mean, my goal is to give people a direction, a hope that there's more, and here's the direction you might go to explore and
Yeah,
to find yourself.
yeah.
Because I had no clue. And again, I would go to Google and say how to find your vision. And of course, it came up with ideas about your
Yeah,
eyesight.
yeah,
And I just had to forge ahead with what instinctively felt right. And so hopefully, our experiences and combined with this vision workshop will give people a first steps
yeah,
to
yeah.
take.
Absolutely. Well, I sure have benefited from our friendship, Cole. So thank you very much for sharing your story with the world because it's what's helped me to have the courage to go forward and to not care near as much and to pay attention to what I'm falling in love with more and more to truly change my process. So that's what we're hoping to do for sure with that vision workshop is just get 8 people who have that desire to break through to that next thing. And it'll be exciting to see that happen too. Looking forward
Yeah.
to it. Hey, next time this will be playing when we're back from Death Valley. So hey, great trip to Death Valley.
You too.
Yeah, I'll see you, buddy.